Having the opportunity to provide for the community, for my customer, is why I still get up every day and do what I do. There's roadblocks, there'll be problems, there'll be noise, there'll be doubts, but you just got to remove all this and just push on and get to your goals. Hello everyone, this is Big Sam Young and I'm the restaurant owner of a small bistro in Castle Crag and Young Palace in Potts Point. My mom was a very good cook since I was very young, and she always cooks delicious food. My families always have really good food on the table, and that's why I'm always a bit chubby, because food is always a big event in our families. I really got into food when I was 13. I left home. I live in a boarding school in Canada. I really want to eat soy chicken, but there's no soy chicken in Three Hills, Alberta. I called my mom and asked her how to cook it. I make it a few times and it wasn't really successful, but I just keep on making it. I finally got it, and I shared the dish with my fellow friends also coming from Hong Kong, and then it almost brought tears to their eyes. And then that's the time and day that I decided to dedicate my life to food, because food brings happiness to people. I was a college dropout. I went to Washington State University, top 10 party school in America. So I went back to Hong Kong to work in a cafe for the time being, and bunch of my sous chefs and my chefs came from Australia, and I discovered this thing called working holiday visa. So I bought a ticket to Australia with $3,000 cash, and I came to Australia 16 years ago. 14 days later, I lost all my money and my passport. I got stolen in a workplace. So I had to do any job to survive. So I actually went work in a cafe in Eastwood as a kitchen hand. At one point, I did 100 hours in a week. No day off. Hong Kong people is famous for being hustlers. It's always fast-paced, it's a lot of energies, and I can never stop, and I'm always moving, I'm always playing my next move. Coming from Hong Kong, that's one of the big thing with me. Then my friends back then recommend me to go to cooking school to get a qualification. I went to Le Cordon Bleu. I was doing an internship in one of the busiest restaurants called Cafe Sydney in Circular Quay. When I finished school, I started with the best hospitality company in Australia called Merivale. I worked in a few of their restaurants, so Mr. Wong, Miss G's, Queen Chow and more. Then I helped open Queen Chow Manly. Then I did Toddy's in Bondi. And then the last place, which was quite the most important place for me, was Lotus in Potts Point. During COVID, everything got stood down, so I started my business, Room 10 in Potts Point. I started selling my takeaway home meals over there. Later on, when we can travel again, I specialize in in-house luxury private dining experience called Big Sam Young Experience. In 2022, in May, we launched our first restaurant in Castle Crag. We didn't have millions of dollars to build a restaurant, and we just opened without thinking it, and it was a crazy experience, because it's something that I've never seen in my life. Like, you got people spending $16,000 for dinners between 4 of them. We were full on a Tuesday night, 2 sessions back to back. It was just intense, just very crazy. The hype was there. It wasn't meant to be a success. It's supposed to be a learning curve of running my own first business, but then it outperformed I can ever imagine. We sold more than 8,000 lobsters in 40 months, 5 tons of beef. 95% of my customer in small is actually not from the North Shore. They all coming from Melbourne, Brisbane, Singapore, London, India. Small will always have a very special space in my heart, because it's a true testament of starting from zero. After year 1 of small, I think the ambition part really come, right? I really want a second restaurant immediately. I think after seeing the performance of the first restaurant, it took a bit of time and frustration to look for the perfect site. But after that, I saw this site become available. I come see it, and then knew that this is the perfect site for my Chinese restaurant. So Young Palace is a local neighborhood Chinese restaurant inspired by Chinatown around the world. Keller Street is a little bit gangster. I don't know if that, I love their energy, right? It's a little bit naughty, it's a little bit gangster, it's a bit luxe. But I just think that really feel the vibe with my brand and that hustler energy. I think that's really suits. My family come from a blue-collar family in Hong Kong, and we were in the government-subsidized housing. And growing up, I see my parents' struggles, and they gave everything they had for me. When you see your parents struggle, it hits different, right? Because you want to provide for them, and you want to make sure that you want to do better than them. It's like Lobster, right? I'm the famous lobster guy in Sydney. My brand is associated with Lobster, and people often ask me why I love lobster so much. It's because I could never afford a lobster before. I tell myself I need to work hard and I'll bust my ass off so I can eat a lobster anytime, anywhere I want. I think that's the motivation of trying to make it in this city, right? And I think the bigger ambitions you have, the harder you hustle, the luckier you get, and that energy just feed into more bigger ambitions. I think investing yourself with the right people, the right circle is the most important part that you can do to invest in yourself. Spend the time and the energy with the right people who inspire you, who push you further. The Steak Ambition project will really help me to transform Young Palace Courtyard, bring it to life. I think this will be the place to be at in summer because it's going to be like rosé and Chinese food all day long. I would like to install some heaters outside for the winter time as well, so we can seat more people, and make this space just really nice. There's a lot of congratulations to me, and so many people told me I've made it, but I actually would strongly disagree. I think I just got started. I just start warming up, so it's time to go hard and go chase that next restaurant. I think as an entrepreneur, we never stop, right? When I can wake up every day and I'm passionate about what I do every day, at the same time, I can help different people in their lives, I think that's success for me.